feared for the power of her mind, worried about what she could find.
Hello Aquarius, this is a timeless reading for you. The reading starts with the card Relief, followed by Old Short-Sightedness, No, Yes, and Ignorance. I feel like you will find some kind of inner relief, some kind of inner boundaries that are caused by morality, by societal conditioning, maybe even by religion. There is something that you will throw out of your belief system entirely. And you might become very provocative, very non-caring in a justified way. Probably it could be that you might realize how people were exploiting you, stepping on you, and you thought it was your duty to be nice and to help others, while the other way around, it wasn't like that at all. You might develop a very strong, maybe, I don't know, disrespect for society or even humanity. Like you might see through some kind of patterns and realize you don't want to be anyone's victim or anyone's fool. And there is this relief. It's like just, I don't know, like becoming inwardly a punk or something. Like, no. Like you are excluding yourself. And I feel like by this happening, you also release your mind and body from a lot of shame and guilt. You might have felt ashamed or guilty for not being perfect or thinking you weren't acting or being perfect in certain situations when you look back at the past. And now that you have gotten older, now you're looking back and you understand it wasn't your fault, and it's not like that the other person was irresponsible, but maybe through several years you carried some kind of guilt and shame because maybe you weren't able to fulfill a certain task the way they expected. But finally you will have this understanding that the other person or several other people are the problem and not you. And there is some kind of, I don't know, inner anarchy that is coming due to this realization. It could be a very profound spiritual realization as well. With the card Old and Short-Sightedness, I feel like this is like, yeah, I don't care anymore if I don't look perfect, or if I don't have the fanciest clothing or the most modern gadgets. I'd rather have less and not be obedient to a sick system instead of, being a blind cow, being a blind sheep, a stupid and dull follower. I also feel like you will care less about other people's irresponsibilities. You might be like this mole, but I feel like in this case the mole is aware of what is happening around her or him, but he doesn't care because you know that people are doomed. Like there is just this apocalyptic I don't care energy, and it's just like this realization, like humanity is doomed. What should I do? I tried everything. All I can do now is find this inner kind of relief and try to go my own way as far as it is possible in our world. I mean, in some way we all depend on something or someone. Some people think they don't, maybe because they have a lot of money or something. We have wealth at the bottom of the deck, but even those people depend. If there's a huge war or extremely horrible, devastating, huge natural catastrophes, and due to that something will change, something will shift in societies, rules will change, or entire political structures could be erased, then people can also lose their wealth. Like, I know that money means a lot in our world, and I know that being wealthy, or at least I don't know by experience, but I can imagine that being wealthy might feel very powerful. But nothing is ever set in stone, and everything can change in an instant. We have no and yes, and again, there is this very provocative energy here. There is this very pissed off energy, like someone is saying no to you. Well, someone is keeping their doors. Well, I don't care, then I'm gonna break in. Not literally, but there's just something like, no, I'm not gonna accept this no. I don't care. There is this kind of disrespect, but I don't feel like, it's an evil kind of disrespect. It's just like having taken in so much, having swallowed so much, having been oppressed so much that you just can't take anything anymore. And you will not accept certain boundaries here. And you will find your way to enter any door. Like getting some kind of universal key here. And here we have it again, right below the short-sightedness, as if you know that something will anyway happen on Earth. This kind of chaos will come. I mean, the image looks like chaos, but the card says ignorance. And these people who are looking away while everything is building up and everything is, there are so many signs of what will soon happen on Earth. But most choose to ignore it and stay in their toxic positivity. And they behave like this, throwing all this dump here, thinking everything will be solved magically. And you, fully aware of all of this, knowing their doom is near. Okay, let's take a look at the money. Oh, we also have lust. I feel like there is something here about money that you will realize for yourself, whether you are wealthy or middle class or poor. There is something that will make you care less about money here because you understand something. And if we are poor, and it's very hard for us to build up some savings, then we are very afraid of losing our savings. If we are in the middle class, it's the same thing. And if someone is wealthy, they can also be very afraid of losing this wealth again due to, as I said, a tremendous war or a tremendous change in law. I think like around 10 years ago or something, I forgot which country it was. It was a European country where there was such an economical crisis that they froze the bank accounts of so many citizens and just took money. Oh my God, it's really awkward that I don't remember where this happened. All kind of things can happen, and even wealthy people can be afraid of losing this. But I feel like you will not care because there is so much relief here. Like, you will not care about rules anymore and morality because you seem to understand that rules and morality only have to exist in a world full of terrible people. If people were good truly, deeply by heart, there is no need for morality. So I don't know, there is just this... you're becoming an anarchist in some way. We also have God here and deception. And this makes me feel like several things. Oh my God. I see that you will have a true realization about God and realize how deceptive all religions are. So there will be another kind of relief. You don't have to evaluate which religion is good, which is bad. They are all bad. Something like that. You might realize, like, all religions are deceptive. You might also realize that God is deceiving people on purpose, like a test. And she accepted all this to happen on earth because she knew that one day everything will be just. And then this will happen. Also, there was a third thing I was getting here, but I forgot. I want to jump back into wealth and lust. You might realize something huge about these two topics. You might see this in a lot of people, how obsessed they are with money and sex. Even people who in front of the public pretend to be very nice, very moralistic, or even religious. And then something comes out about them, and you will see that a lot. There's also something about slowly seeing signs that after thousands or millions of years, finally something divine is happening on earth, slowly bringing in order. That's why you can be in this state of relief and be like the mole, only focused on the sun, enjoying the sun, despite all the chaos around, knowing it cannot last. And this will come, this will happen in the world. And despite all this danger and terror here, you can relax. There's just a deep trust in that. Oh, that was a weird reading, but I don't know, it just came up, so I have to read it. Thank you for watching.